Is he going to be dumping on love, or is this going to be a not so dark song? Does he have non-dark songs? I'll find out. That was fun. That was a good tune. That's badass. That's all I gotta say. Hey, greetings. This is Derek. My friends call me D-Rock, which means you can call me D-Rock. Welcome to another Deep Dive with Derek. On this channel, we go deep into songs and poetry and other art forms and look at them through the lens of meaningful living. And by meaningful living, I mean everything that makes life worth living, everything that makes life meaningful, including personal values, including purpose, narratives, mindsets, and mindfulness. And of course, this is not just about the upside of life. This is all about the dark side of life too. So resilience, post-traumatic growth, anti-fragility are a part of what we talk about here as well. And here we're checking out another Ren video. Thank you to everyone, all the renegades out there who keep giving me information, giving me things that I didn't know before, things to think about, different interpretations of these videos. Today we're checking out Love Music, Part 1. I did a poll to see if I should do parts 1 through 4 all in one shot or split up, and the majority said do them separately. I can, and I probably will, combine all 4 reactions into one video for people who want to just see it in one video, but it's just going to be a stitch up of these 4. So today we're doing part 1 of Love Music. So without further ado, I have no idea. Ren's music so far, the stuff that I've heard, has been quite dark. We're talking about suicide, or S words as some people call it. We're talking about misdiagnosis. We're talking about illnesses. We're talking about how bad life sucks. We're talking about greedy people. So that's all I know about Ren. So I have no idea what to expect here. Is Love Music going to be, is he going to be dumping on love? Or is this going to be a not so dark song? Does he have non-dark songs? I'll find out. Let's get it. Love Music, Part 1. Gotta find my mouse here. Here we go. Should mention, if you're new here, with Ren, I go through once and just listen to the song, just absorb the song and see how it hits me. And then if that's what you're here for, you can feel free to head out and come back next time. But I also go through a second time where we go through and analyze it, ask questions about it, see if there's anything that we can learn, any questions that we have will come out of that. So I go through this twice, but the first time is just me absorbing the song. So back to Love Music 1.
And now this is what I love when I can't stop loving. Go out dancing from 10 till 6 in the morning, chatting cock shit to strangers all night, and then waking up with the best memories of your life. For it's a moment when the music hits my soul lifts, and my smile radiates the simple joy and the bliss. My life is this, chasing a dream to make it big. I dream of playing festivals and being top of that list. I dream of 10,000 people singing all my lyrics. I dream of sitting backstage with Stevie Wonder sipping drinks. Dream of making an album called The Greatest Hits. I dream of watching records flying off the shelves of the kids. It's a life that I want to be living, so I'll be giving mind, body, soul until I'm freaking seeing this vision. I'm feeling this mission, feels like I was born to be spitting, and so I stay so dedicated I can aim to the vision. Whoa, be yourself and you'll be okay. I know this life can be tough, but a smile is just a button away. Press play with just one touch. Whenever my skies turn to grey and life starts getting too much, I turn on that tune out. I love this music so much. But da 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 da, but da 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 da. Oh yeah, da 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 da. I don't ever wanna end up in a 9 to 5, working a full-time job just to try and provide. If I ever gave anyone any advice, would be to follow your dreams until the day that you die. And I'm not fussed about being rich either, as long as I can live the way I want. Keep your mansion, keep your beamer, I don't want them, as long as I can live happily and earn a comfortable life for my family and me, and be free. For life it's never ever set in stone, that's why I never followed anybody's rules for my own. I always did things with love and respect for myself. But if you bring people down, then you're affecting yourself. But if you bring others up to places they couldn't reach, then your rewards, they be much more than you could earn in a week. And your potential has no bounds, please take it from me. That's why I swear you could fly if you only believe. Oh, be yourself and you'll be okay. I know this life can be tough, godfather. My head be so far in the cloud that I could see the stars. And when I'm spitting the rhythm, precisionally take it much farther. This is the new shit, rat-a-ta-ta. Half use it, with lyrics use it. Mix it up and God, this music take me so I can taste it. The snare and the bass kick, feel it in my chest coming up from the basement. Oh, be yourself and you'll be okay. I know this life can be tough, but it's smart, it's just a button away. Press play with just one touch. Whenever my skies turn to grey and love starts getting too much, I turn on that tune as I love this music so much. But da 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 da, but da 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 da, but da 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 da, but da 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 da, oh, but da 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 da, but da 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 da, oh yeah, da 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 da. I love it.
That was fun. That was a good tune. I love the drumming. I love that drum line. I love the horns. It reminded me of, help me out here. I'm blanking on the song. He did it with Eden Nash. And I called that one Jamaican jazz, kind of a ska vibe. Anyway, I forget the name of that song off the top of my head. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I got some vibes from that. And so, love music is interesting. I thought in my head, love music was going to be music about love, like romantic love. And this first pass through, to be quite honest, I was distracted by it, by jamming and dancing to that catchy tune. So I didn't catch all the lyrics, or many of the lyrics. But a song about love, a song about romantic love, that's what I thought it was going to be. That's what love music is. What's your favorite music? I like love music, right? But I think it was more like love is a verb. I love music. Anyway, we'll find out what that means. I'm going to pull up the lyrics here so I can have them in front of me. It's just called Love Music 1. Lyrics. So now I've got these up. I have some thoughts so far, but we're going to check this out again and see if there's anything cool that we can learn. Any questions that we have, any things that are open for interpretation. Let's find out. Let's go.
But da 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 da, but da 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 da, oh da 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 da. And now this is what I love when I can't stop loving. Go out dancing from 10 till 6 in the morning.
Was he young when he wrote this? Not anymore, buddy. 10 till 6? Dancing? First of all, that's 8 hours of dancing. Second of all, that's the middle of the night, bro.
This is what I love when I can't stop loving. Go out dancing from 10 till 6 in the morning. Chatting cod shit to strangers all night. And then waking up with the best memories of your life.
Okay, yeah. So waking up. So you do this, and then you wake up to the best memories of your life. What he's saying is life is about experience. And he's said this before. I've said this before. You've heard this many other places. The present moment is all we've got. All we have is right now. The past only exists as thoughts. The future only exists as thoughts. But part of those thoughts in the past are memories. That's really what you have. So memories live on. And that's the same with our loved ones. Our memories of them live on. Memories of experiences live on. Memories are what stay with us. And this song is definitely not about money, but I see the world through the lens of money's role in a meaningful life. And money can't bring you happiness. How you use money can bring you happiness, but it's not the way that we're, at least in the West, conditioned to think. You can't get happy with money by simply having money. You can't get happy from money by buying stuff with it. So the ways that you can use money to buy happiness are to buy experiences. And there's a few reasons for that. There's an anticipatory effect. There's anticipation. And so if I'm going to buy a thing, say I'm going to buy a TV and I'm going to buy a vacation, or I'm going to go dancing, there's the anticipation effect. So anticipation is going to be similar for both of these. I'm anticipating getting a new TV, so I can think about and imagine how cool that's going to be to watch the big game or to watch a movie or have this new theater or whatever I'm going to have. I can have some anticipation. I can also have some anticipation of going out dancing from 10 to 6 with my buddies. So they're going to be similar. Then there's the experience itself, T0, time zero. The experience itself of buying the TV, well, that's pretty boring. You swiped your credit card, your debit card, and you got a TV. That's just a transaction. There's nothing to that. The experience of partying, dancing all night long, is the actual experience of the dancing. And then there's a memory effect. Now, with dancing, you've got those memories. This is exactly what he talked about, waking up with the best memories of your life. Memories of experiences are actually better because we have something called euphoric recall, which means we tend to see, and nostalgia works a similar way, we tend to see our past through a positive spin, through a positive light. So think about a vacation that you went on. You might have struggled to find a place to eat. Where do you want to go to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to go to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to go to eat? Oh, we're so pissed off. Oh, what's going on? You tend to forget those things. Oh man, the kids were a pain in the ass. They're just driving me crazy. That's the experience of the vacation. But then a year later and 3 and 5 years later, when you look back, you're less likely to remember those bad things. Or if you remember those bad things, it's usually through a positive light. You know, do you remember how mad we were at each other because we couldn't pick a place to eat? How silly. And we did eventually find that place, and then that was really fun because we met those 2 other people. Right? So euphoric recall makes the memory of the experience better. What's the memory of buying a TV or transaction? There is no memory because there's no memory of your transaction, but then you have the TV, but you have to see it all the time. So you don't really have a memory of it. You see it every single day. So you might think, oh, well, that makes the experience greater. Sort of, except you see it a year later and 2 years later, and you see your neighbors and your friends get new, better TVs, and you see other TVs come out that are better than the one that you bought, and you see yours start to get some wear and tear on it. You don't get any memory benefits of buying a thing. So that's why they say, well, that's a really deep dive into why they say buy experiences over stuff. Other ways you can use money, just to land the plane on this, other ways you can use your money for happiness is buying or using your money on other people, giving your money. That tends to bring joy. And well, those are the big ones. Using your money to help others, to bring other people up, which I think Brent talks about later in the song, and buying experiences. So, more than you wanted to know.
6 in the morning, chatting cold shit to strangers all night, and then waking up with the best memories of your life. For it's a moment when the music hits my soul lifts, and my smile radiates a simple joy and a bliss. My life is this, chasing a dream to make it big. I dream of playing festivals and being top of that list.
Love that. I love it because this is exactly the kind of song, and that Eden Nash song that he did, I still can't think of it. It had a pink thumbnail. God, that's gonna bother me. Anyway, that's festival stuff, man. Like that's fun stuff. Then you do High Ren and the encore, or you close with High Ren, and you do. Anyway, I would love to see him at festivals too. 10,000 people singing all of his songs.
I dream of 10,000 people singing all my lyrics. I dream of sitting backstage with Stevie Wonder sipping drinks. Dream of making an album called The Greatest Hits. I dream of
I think you could make an album called Greatest Hits. Although, what does Greatest Hits mean? He doesn't play his songs on the radio, so why would he concern himself with that, right? But Greatest Hits could be most popular. So you take the best from Feckled Angels, and you take the best from Demos Part 1 and Part 2, and you take the best from Sick Boy, and you put it into one album called Greatest Hits. I think you could.
Watching records flying off the shelves of the kids. It's a life that I want to be living, so I'll be giving mind, body, soul until I'm freaking seeing this vision. I'm feeling this mission. Feels like I was born to be spitting, and so I stay so dedicated like an ancient tradition. Whoa, be yourself and you'll be okay. I know this life can be tough.
Yes. Be yourself and you'll be okay. This life can be tough. Authenticity. Be who you are. Do what you want to do. I talk about this top 5 regrets of the dying all the time. Bronnie Ware wrote a book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. If you haven't read it, it's worth checking out, or at least familiarizing yourself with the top 5 regrets. She was an end-of-life caregiver and talked to a lot of people who are on their deathbeds, and what she found is that most people regret some aspect of their life, and they realize this when they're on their deathbed. Second thing she realized was all of those regrets tend to fall into 5 categories. 5, I didn't allow myself to be happy. I didn't think that happiness was a choice, or I put off my happiness until sometime in the future. 4, I lost touch with my friends. I lost touch with my family members. We're social creatures, and we lost touch with people, usually because we think we're going to have more time to connect with them. 3, I didn't express myself. I didn't speak up. I had something to say, and I left it unsaid. 2, I worked too hard, or I worked too much, and I didn't have the time nor the energy to enjoy any success that I may have had. But the number one top regret that people have on their deathbed is I didn't live a life that was true to myself, and I instead lived a life that others expected of me. Be yourself and you'll be okay is hitting regret number 1 really hard. And I know life can be tough. Expectations matter. I know life can be tough. I know. If you know it, you expect it. That's the difference. Expecting a life of no problems is when people get in trouble. People will say, I don't deserve to feel this stress. I don't want to be unhappy. I don't want to feel sad. I shouldn't have to be angry. Except those are part of life. So expecting life to be tough means that when life is tough, you can say, I knew this would happen. What's my best way through this? So, anyway, just for what it's worth.
But a smile is just a button away. Press play with just one touch.
Oh, I like that. The smile is just a button away. Press play. And here comes a smile. Listen to this music.
Whenever my skies turn to grey and life starts getting too much, I'll turn on that tune out. I love this music so much.
And I love that line. I missed this because of the multiple line aspect of it. So when my skies turn to gray and life starts getting to be too much, which is what we're expecting to happen, but how will you act when it does happen? How does he act? He turns on the music and he tunes out, and he loves music. Music is how I cope too. There's very few things that I can't get through with music. When I cry, it's almost always when I'm listening to music. When I want to feel sorry for myself, I almost always put on music. Music is my, well, it's like he says here, music is my coping. Music is my medicine. And it sounds like it is for him too. So that's cool. Got that in common with him.
Oh yeah, I don't ever wanna end up in a 9-to-5, working a full-time job just to try and provide. If I ever gave anyone any advice, would be to follow your dreams until the day that you die. And I'm not fussed about being rich either, as long as I can live the way I want. Keep your mansion, keep your beamer, I don't want them as long.
Good, so he knows what he wants. And he's not going to fall for regret number 1. Regret number 1, doing what you think you're supposed to be doing. Not living a life that's true to yourself. So let's go through these. I don't want to live a 9-to-5. I don't want to work a full-time job just to get by, which is fine. Many of us have to. Because you do need to earn money to survive. But you got to find your way to do that. So follow your dreams. His dream is to pursue this money. Or, I'm sorry, that's exactly not his dream. That is exactly not his dream. His dream is to pursue this music, different M word. And he wants you to do the same. That doesn't mean follow the music. It means follow what your dreams are until you die. And then he said, and I'm not talking about your dreams of being rich. Don't fuss about that. As long as I can live the way that I want, which is to say, do what I want, whenever I want, with whom I want, this is a perfect goal for a lot of people. Because the trick is to redefine what I want. To have whatever I want. I already have whatever I want. To be with whomever I want, whenever I want. So it's that definition of what I want that matters. There's a school of thought that says a good diet is to eat whatever you want. Whenever you want. But the trick is to change what you want. I don't want cake. I don't want cookies. I don't want pizza. I want, I don't eat healthy, so I don't have anything on the ready here. I want to eat a bunch of vegetables and lean proteins and no processed foods. Processed foods are gross to me. And sugar, I don't really like sugar. All right, if I can change what I want, that's a magic bullet, because now I can eat whatever I want. Because what I want fits within the realm of healthy eating. Now, it's the same thing here. If I can live the life that I want, if I can just change what I want, which is, guess what? What brings you meaning? What are your sources of meaning? Your sources from you, authentically, in here. What are those? And you can design your life around that. Not what you think you're supposed to be doing. Because keep your mansion, keep your Beamer. I don't want them. Right? So I don't want them means this is what he wants. Those things are out here. So keep them. He doesn't want them. As long
as I can live happily and earn a comfortable life for my family and me, and be free for life. It's never ever set in stone. That's why I never followed anybody's rules but my own.
This song, the more I think about it, is about authenticity, defining your sources of meaning, defining what's important to you, and putting all of your energy behind that, and then unapologetically cutting out things that you don't actually care about.
I always did things with love and respect for myself, but if you bring people down, then you're affecting yourself. But if you bring others up to places they couldn't reach, then your rewards, they'd be much more than you could earn in a week.
Yeah, I love this line. If you bring people down, you're affecting yourself. I don't know why. This totally... I don't know what this says about me. I'll say it anyways, because I don't care. This reminded me of a Will Smith lyric from Just the Two of Us. Hate in your heart will consume you too, he says. So I think that's kind of the same thing. He said, if you bring others down, you're just affecting yourself. So what's the point of being a bully? And actually, bully is like an extreme, but you don't have to bring people down. And then if you bring others up instead to things that they couldn't even do themselves, and this is spending your time and energy and money in areas that help others, that is another way that you can use your resources. And again, by resources, I don't mean just money, time and energy as well. If you can use your money, time, and energy to help others, the rewards will be much more than you could earn in a week. I couldn't have said it better than that. Because the benefit that you receive from actually helping people, that hits you here. And it's hard to put a dollar amount in that.
And your potential has no bounds, please take it from me. That's why I swear you can fly if you only believe. Oh, be yourself and you'll be okay. I know this life can be tough, but a smile is just a button away. Press play with just one touch. Whenever my skies turn to grey, life starts getting too much. I turn on and tune out, I love this music so much.
I have to pause it here because this is when he does the blah, 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 fast stuff. And I want to see what these are. I be the lyrical syllable killer, the blood spiller. I be the baddest on the scene. Call me the Godfather. My head be so far in the clouds that I can see the stars. And when I'm spitting the rhythm, precisionally take it much. I can't even read this. All right, so let's see how he does it.
Syllable killer, the blood spiller, I be the baddest on the scene, call me the Godfather. My head be so far in the cloud that I could see the stars. And when I'm spitting the rhythm, precisionally take it much farther. This is the new shit, rat-a-ta-ta, half use it, with lyrics use it. Mix it up and God, this music take me so I can taste it. The snare and the bass kick, feel it in my chest coming up from the basement. Oh, be yourself and you'll be okay. I know this life can be tough, but a smile, it's just a button away. Press play with just one touch. Whenever my skies turn to grey and life starts getting too much, I turn on and tune out. I love this music so much. But da 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 da. But da 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 da. But da da da.
That snare line.
But da 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 da. Oh. But da 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 da. But da 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 da. Oh yeah. Da 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 da. I love it.
Simple bass. Kick drum, I mean. Then the bass provides the fill, rounding out that rhythm section. That's badass. That's badass. That's all I gotta say. I've already added everything I needed to say. This is a song about authenticity. This is a song about being yourself and putting all of your resources, your energy, and your time and everything else into who you are, and then cutting out who you are not. Now, of course, there are some times when you're going to have to do things you don't want to do. This isn't saying, I don't like working. That's not who I am, so I don't need to have a job. I don't need to pay my bills. You're not Peter Gibbons on Office Space. You still have to do some things you don't like. It's about basically how are you living your life, long term, not short term. In the long run, who do you want to be? Do you want to be the person with the cul-de-sac with the Beamer and the mansion and the French Riviera vacations? Probably not, because that's what you have to do in order to afford that lifestyle is above what most people want. And if you can get by, if you can learn how to live with family, connection, interpersonal relationships, that's usually where you find the most meaning in life, not being by yourself in the French Riviera. Anyway, I haven't been there though, so maybe I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong about that. So what else? What else did I miss? Did I misinterpret anything? What else should I check out? Let me know what you agreed with, and I'll see you here next time. Hey, D-Rock again. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy what I'm doing here. If this kind of thing is interesting to you, and especially if you like those bad drawings at the beginning, you might be interested in my weekly newsletter. It explores money's role in a meaningful life. So you can check that out at meaning.blog if you want. It takes this and it goes a lot deeper. So if you like that, check it out. Let me know what else I should be doing, what else I could be doing, and I'll see you here next time.